Is it really possible to stay fit during the holidays? Absolutely. The holidays are coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, and a lot of people say to themselves, man, I just want to get through this holiday season and not really lose ground when it comes to being fit and healthy and maybe weight control also. So I'm going to go through and talk about just 4 tips that they're going to help you. And this is going to be things that maybe during the holiday season, but all year, but especially now, you might want to keep in mind. Number 1, you want to find quick and effective ways to get exercise and workout routines in time crunched spaces, because usually the holidays, there's a lot of time that, is gone to being with relatives, getting ready for the holidays, preparations, all that. So it gets to be hustle and bustle. So find some quick routines. Number 1 is maybe some HIIT, high intensity interval training, where you get bursts of activity to burn calories, but also to strengthen and stay fit with your muscle tone. And some of these are 30 seconds rest and bursts. There's also things called the Tabata Style, which is 20 seconds of jump jacks and then 10 seconds of rest. There's these different ways that you get high intensity, short period of time, and it usually ends up being about half the time you'd spend maybe doing an activity like road cycling or swimming to get the same effect. Kind of cool. Commercial break is a good challenge to have when you're at the holidays or your relative's house. Maybe you can say, hey, during the commercials, you can jump down and give yourself some push-ups or squats just to get it in, If you're trying to, spend time with family and you're like, I don't want to leave and go to the gym for 2 hours, well, some of the stuff you can do right there. Now, here's another thing. Number 2, a lot of people say, well, it's holiday time. Usually it's colder. There's, Jack Frost is nipping at my nose. So I don't know if I want to go outside and do things. So trying to find a way to come up with some things inside. There's so many things right now on YouTube with yoga and aerobics. There's the jazzercise that you could do right there in the living room instead of going outside. There's also, in my case, which I love, is staircases. If you're at somebody's house that's got a staircase, that's great. You do some climbs, maybe 20 or 30 staircase climbs. If you're at a hotel staying, they usually have stairwells if they don't have a gym there. If the gym is poor, that's a good place to get cardio. Indoor cycling. I love outdoor cycling. I love it. I don't have to indoor cycle here because the weather is, I'm able to cycle all year round here in southern Las Vegas and the southern Nevada area. But indoor cycles are really a good tool to have, and if they have one at the house, they're going to even better. Now, number 3, when you're traveling to these places too, it's important that you're finding ways to get some things in for this long trip across country. Let's say if it's going to be 6 hours with layovers. Again, anything you do with your own body, resistance, when you're sitting in the chair, you can do some push-ups, you could do some squats. There's a lot of things you could do there. But in the airport terminals, if you're doing airports, there's so many ways to get cardio just by walking instead of just sitting at the terminal. Very good. And then if you're packing your suitcase, put in some resistance bands. If you have these are really good for toning. The resistance bands are really easy to carry. So that's if you're on the move, right? Going to places. Now, here's the other. This is number 4. I think I told you I only had 4. I have 5. Number 4, family-friendly physical activity. Maybe family traditions or holiday traditions. Some families have their traditional Thanksgiving football game, touch football outside or something. Some like to do dancing. They have different ideas. Some like going on hikes. That's one of our favorites during the holidays, is go on a hike because we know we're going to probably eat more than we should. So we like to go out there and burn, a good 600-700 with a nice long, moderate to strenuous hike. But if that's not your thing, just maybe a good walk for a couple miles with your family, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. After a meal or before a meal, good idea. Here's number 5. Whatever you do, you want to be consistent with what you do during the holidays. And you want to set yourself some realistic goals, but you also want to find, if you can, when you're going to somebody's house or somebody's coming to your house, who there likes to exercise. Pal up with them, buddy up with them, spend some quality time with them. Go to the gym, go for a walk, do some things together. Somebody's going to be a little bit more accountable to exercise like you are. And the last thing is reward yourself. Hey, if you're going to get to the holidays and you're going to be fit, you're not going to gain any weight, maybe buy yourself some equipment or maybe some clothing to work out in that you've been looking for that may be a little bit above what you normally spend. Hey, got to give yourself a gift, right? So I hope those tips help. And I also hope and pray that you have a very happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and a great New Year, and that you get through these holidays better than you were before. God bless.